Alright, y'all. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is, your 76ers are in the playoffs. Now I know, that's a shocking statement, but it is the truth. The bad news, Dennis Schroeder is out 4 to 6 weeks. Which means, we're not going to have him for some time in this first round. So this is just fantastic. The guy that we trade for, who was like one of the main catalysts for us getting here, we don't have him now. So we have to adjust our entire game plan around what we were doing before we got Schroeder. Now, as far as some other things, we are the 7th seed. We're going up against the Boston Celtics. And if we look at the Celtics, of course, we got to deal with Isaiah Thomas. I think at times you might see Jeremy Grant on him. He is our lockdown defender if Isaiah starts to kill us too much. But there's also this Valentine dude who apparently is a rookie, so they probably got him from one of the Nets picks. He was towards the top of the Rookie of the Year voting, so we definitely have to account for him as well. But also a few interesting things. They have Nikola Pekovic, which, depending on how much he plays, that actually might make things tough for Jahlil Okafor, because I don't know if Okafor is going to be able to back down Pekovic in the post, because, well, I don't know if anybody on Earth can back down Pekovic. So it's going to be an interesting series. As far as our game plan, Rodney Hood is going to have to take on a lot of the ball handling duties because, he's a decent dribbler and playmaker. Because, TJ McConnell is going to be starting. But then also, Brandon Ingram is going to be doing a lot of the ball handling as well. And you're going to see that Brandon Ingram, he definitely shows up. Did he win Rookie of the Year? Unfortunately, no, he didn't. That went to Ben Simmons, but who cares? We're in the postseason. I don't think the Suns are. They might be. I didn't actually check. Anyway, Game 1 between your Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. And right on cue, I don't know why I was backing up with Brandon Ingram, but I guess he looks pretty comfortable at the top of the key, and Nerlens just dunked on Isaiah Thomas. I love Isaiah. I'm a Celtics fan, but, we gotta beat him. Oh, Jesus. Noel is really disrespecting Isaiah at this point, and can Brandon Ingram score over Marcus Smart? Yes, he can. Isaiah Thomas. That's a good way to intimidate him. Dunk on him and then block his shot. What else can he do at that point, right? Anyway, Jay Crowder has to get inside. They say that the inbounder is the most dangerous guy on an inbound play. We didn't listen to that, apparently. And so I'm trying to do an isolation with Brandon Ingram. It doesn't go well, so then we have to do a little pick and pop with Saric. And, in my defense, okay, there is no defense. I don't know what the hell that shot was. Sometimes you get confident with a player, and then after you shoot it, you're like, that was a really stupid attempt. And Marcus Smart, with his 67 three-pointer, hits that one, so shout out to him. We're down 1 point, and now we're up 1 point because I'm a fantastic editor. But after Marcus Smart wants to think he's Ray Allen with that three-point attempt, Sullivan drew the board, now we're down 1 again. And so now, with Amir Johnson defending Okafor, listen, Amir's a good defender, but he's not exactly a big dude, so he don't have much of a chance on Okafor. You'll see the lineup that we're rolling with now to open up the second quarter. I mentioned before how I wanted either Brandon Ingram or Jahlil Okafor in the game at all times, so right now it's Jahlil surrounded by a bunch of shooters, pretty much. And speaking of shooting, Dario Saric. I knew with trading away Embiid, it was going to free up more space for Saric, and we really see his value as a shooter for us because having him to play off of our big men, it's just huge. Anyway, Brandon Ingram runs over that dude, and so let me get these free throws. And Ingram's free throw is deceptive because it's quick, and he's also like low 70s, so he's not even that great at it. Tie game at halftime, so we haven't screwed it up just yet. Isaiah Thomas telegraphed that screen pretty damn well. It makes me feel bad as a Celtics fan that 2K disrespects Brad Stevens by not having, the most complex plays in the history of basketball. But what are you going to do? They've had the same playbook for 10 years. They left Brandon Ingram open. That's never going to work. I don't care if the dude's a rookie. He's basically Michael Jordan in this game. I don't know why I shot that with Saric. He has some ability to drive inside, but, that was Pekovic down there. Pekovic... If you step foot into the paint, there's a decent chance that Pekovic is already breathing down your face because the dude's like 1,000,000 pounds. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this dude went to the free throw line. It's pretty close up to this point. You see Jeremy Grant's in the game now. Shout out to him. I hope I put him on Isaiah Thomas because if I didn't, it's going to make me look really bad. Well, Jahlil Okafor ended up on Isaiah, so I guess there's my answer. Pekovic attempts a fadeaway. That's never a good look, but right place, right time for an offensive rebound. 2K... They're always so ready to get an offensive rebound off of you. But Saric, once again, Saric might be my favorite player at this point. I said it was Jeremy Grant before, but I guess I lied to you. Pekovic is trying to get his offense, and you know what? I can't blame him. Maybe he's in a contract year and he has to show people that he's good. And then Marcus Smart, what the hell was that, my friend? See, this is why I said Ben Simmons, he might have won Rookie of the Year. Brandon Ingram is in the playoffs, and he has himself a hell of a game here. We're already up 5. Can we actually pull off an upset in Game 1? Well, Jared Sullinger, who really still hasn't established himself yet as an NBA player. I don't even know if he's going to be on the Celtics next year. Screws that up. Brandon Ingram hits some stupid shot that shouldn't have gone in. And after Isaiah misses this one, I think the tone in the Boston Garden was a bit of, what the hell is going on? Why are we losing to this Sixers team? Well, I'm sorry guys, but we're not the Sixers team you're used to. And by the way, Covington, he's still on the team. Nice three-pointer. I wanted to give Brandon Ingram about 2 minutes of rest in this fourth quarter because declaring to have him or Okafor on the floor at all times, sometimes the stamina gets a little low, but we caught up to it pretty well. What am I going to do on this play to put the nail in the coffin, even though there's 3 minutes left, but don't worry about it. It's in the hands of Ingram, and Jay Crowder got him reaching. I have no idea how I knocked over Jared Sullinger. Brandon Ingram is a beast. And Game 1 goes to your Sixers. Okay, I think I got to put this on Hall of Fame. I try to do so much with the sliders on Superstar, and then the CPU is still too damn easy to beat. But anyway, it was a good look. Valentine actually was the one who killed us, so maybe Grant will have to be on him. Brandon Ingram, 29, my goodness.